So for anybody trying to catch up on this game, we've had a little bit of technical difficulties. We're trying to stream out here and struggling to get in. A little bit of echo in here. So that being said, we are back to being live, and Chargers have scored a touchdown, forced a safety, and then returned the punt on the other end of that. So it's been a pretty productive little game here for us. And so that's what's got us at 18-0. We are going to have some technical difficulties because, long story short, we're trying to stream off of our phones, and that's just not working well for us. So, here we are. We've got a little bit of a gain on that play, and looks like a pretty well wrapped up in the end. Looks like he's brought down by number 32 and number 82. That would be Timon Grundy is 82. I don't know the other number. I don't have my roster with me, and truth is, if I try and do anything on the internet, it affects the stream with my phone. So you're just gonna have to kind of deal with not knowing names. So here we are. It's 3rd down and 10, and that is the end of the half. Or excuse me, not the end of the half, but the end of the quarter. So as I mentioned earlier, we 3 and outed them, so we held them on defense down at their end of the field, and then from there we went ahead and kicked off to them again. They struggled handling the kickoff, and we wound up pinning them kind of deep in their end zone, not end zone, but on their side of the field. Drove them back, got to a 4th down and about 12, and it was a bad snap on the punt, and the punter just covered it up in the end zone, and we fell on top of them, and essentially that created a safety. So then from there they punted off to us, and Easton Gifford on the punt returned it for a touchdown, and we just shut them down again with three quick defensive plays, and now it's 3rd and 10. Well, really 2 quick defensive plays, and that's the beginning of the second quarter. So here we go. Back to the Chargers and Jaguars. Got a free runner. Nice little completed pass there. And he's brought down by number 21, Lincoln Kane. So that brings up a 4th and about 2. I'm sure they're going to go for it, and they've not had great luck, and honestly, it's about the best field position they've had all game. But I don't know. It looks like they're swapping a few guys out. I want you to notice something. Part of the reason why Lighthouse Chargers is so successful, especially at these younger age groups amongst the ranks, is if you look at our sideline, we've got 7th and 8th grade dressing out, and there's quite a few 7th graders out there, especially in special teams, that are playing right now. And their 7th and 8th grade team is about the size. Ooh, big tackle by number 34, or no, excuse me, 84. And now he's asking to get pulled out. So with that, there's a turnover on downs. But if you look on their sideline, they've only got about 15 kids altogether. I've got a roster here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. About 20 kids, and that's honestly about what we have just in 7th graders, let alone 8th graders. So, one of the things about these homeschool programs that the Chargers does so well is just we've got the guys. We've got a lot of guys, and not that just any old kid could come out here and dominate the gridiron at 8th grade football, but when you've got numbers, it definitely helps. So it looks like a handoff to Easton Gifford. That might be, actually, I think that's Timon Grundy. It is Timon Grundy. Gets tripped up just by the string of his laces. So get outside again against this group. So we've got Timon Grundy out wide left. We've got trips right, and with a single back behind us. And it looks like we're passing with Landon. Looks to be the Landon Hilburn. Pass number 23. I don't have his number on the roster either.
5 yards. Brings up a 2nd and 5.
Maybe it was Grant Clement. I thought the number looked like an 11, but it definitely is a 2 now that I'm looking at it. Or no, we've got number 8 in at quarterback. Yeah, so that is Landon. Pass was no good.
Pass to the left, incomplete. Brings up a 3rd and 4 to go.
Shout out to Tracy for his just continual encouragement to this broadcast. I know it sounds like I'm super excited, and that's because I am. I'm juggling about 4 different jobs here, and trying to concentrate and keep the camera on target at the same time. Handoff is to Grant Clement, and he goes out of bounds right about the 5-6 yard line there. And so now that we've got this, got a 1st and goal. Well, they spotted it kind of, compared to where we saw him go out, they've spotted it at about the 8 yard line. And struggling a little bit there with the old, we've had really terrible weather, like 20-degree weather in the mornings, and now it's 80 degrees down here, and I've got a little case of the sinus. 1.5 seconds left in this half. So for those of you who are unaware of the inner workings of the Chargers organization, this beautiful man right here is Carl Fisher. He doesn't get a lot of run within the ranks of the Chargers, but if your kid is drinking water or is got a body armor or anything like that, it's because he's put it together in a cooler and run it all the way out here. He runs that golf cart right there that is his personal golf cart that he's decorated with Chargers paraphernalia, and put a TV on the thing so that the kids can watch the huddle game film live from the sideline. So, short kickoff, number 17. I'm pretty sure that's Bodenhammer. That's either Saxon Bodenhammer or that might be Gabe.
Kickoff returned by Lighthouse to the
I can't remember his number.
1st and 10 Lighthouse.
That's definitely a seventh grader making some moves on special teams. But anyway, back to the important topic. We got Carl Fisher there, just taking care of the boys, and he does it day in and day out. Travels all over with that golf cart. When you hear the loud train horn, timeout Chargers.
Timeout Lighthouse.
So when you hear that loud car horn that goes off, the train horn that goes off whenever the varsity scores, that's Carl. If you see that flag flying around, that's Carl. If anybody's got equipment on the side that needs adjustments or another screw put in a helmet that came loose or anything like that, that's also Carl. Basically, if you've got equipment needs, or if you need water, if you need anything at all, Carl Fisher's your guy. And I know a lot of people don't talk about him, mostly because he doesn't like being talked about, but he's a guy that just puts a ton of work in for your boys, and most people don't even know his name. So, not that we're sitting here trying to give one person a run over another, but Carl Fisher's a guy who has a huge impact on this program, and you would never see him on the football field, but he is definitely out there helping every aspect of the game. So looking to pass, wide open, Timon Grundy, and he gets a nice little touchdown pass. Just like I said, right on time. Carl Fisher's running that horn for his Chargers.
35 yards for a touchdown, Lighthouse.
So that was the last play of the half. Brought it down to 0 on the clock, but we've got one more 2-point opportunity. So we're going to go ahead and try and make that happen right here. So we got a man in motion, handoff. Looks like Grant Clement, and he gets just inside that pylon for the touchdown. So that leaves the score 32-6. We'll be back after this half. So here it is. Start of the second half. We are switching sides, mostly because our group set up on the wrong side. So not a big deal. So if you're new with us, we're just starting out the second half. Looks like it was picked up by, it looks like Easton Gifford, number 22 it is, and he is getting close to getting loose. He may get all the way there, and he does. He runs it in for another return kickoff touchdown. So with that, that brings up the 2-point conversion attempt.
Kickoff returned by number 22, Easton Gifford, for a touchdown.
So we've got an opportunity here to score. I'm kind of thinking this might be some sort of play, but it's not. So we've got 5 wide. We've got Landon, it looks like, in there at quarterback. Handing off to number 37. And he gets brought down quickly by number 19. So that 2-point conversion is not good. Chargers 38, Jaguars 6. And we started off the second half with a great little scoring play. And with that, well, I don't know, I guess they're just positioning themselves. I'm not sure what they're talking about. But we are about to kick off.
I'm running your camera.
So there's a timeout. Looks like they're moving the ball up to the 50, maybe. Some sort of penalty? I have no idea. No clue. They moved it 15 yards, which is pretty incredible. May get a touchback here. It'd be pretty sweet. An eighth grade Chargers touchback on the kickoff. So let's see what happens here. Not quite a touchback, but definitely kid receives it well. Number 30 is pretty fast. He got loose earlier and nobody could catch up to him. But he's brought down at the 30. We'll start the first drive for the Jaguars here in this second half. So it seems I'm mistaken. They've got a running clock no matter what it seems here. So we've got defense in. And looks like number 30, number 30, who scored earlier, got loose and pulled away from everybody. It's right there in a good position.
Check that 38-yard line.
So that brings up second and about 4. And I think this stream is going real downhill right now. But that being said, second and about 4. Pass number 5. A little bit of over pursuit, but he's brought down by number 8 or number 9. Number 8. Landon. But not before Jaguar gets their first conversion of the game, I'm pretty sure. They did score, but I don't think that they actually converted before just now. Defense has been pretty tough on these Jaguars.
47-yard line.
Thank you so much.
Ooh, bad snap. Couldn't just couldn't get a handle on it. There was a question about the proper pronunciation of Jaguar, and truth be told, it's Jaguares. If you've got a question on how it's pronounced, Jaguares. So that being said, the Jaguares are second in about 13, 14 here. And looking on a shotgun snap, handoff number 6. Looked like he had a little bit of a lane, but number 34 kind of blocked it up and tripped him up. So with that being said, that brings up, I mean, I don't know that they gained anything. I think it's really just 3rd and 14. It's going to be a quick second half with this running clock. So they've not stopped it for anything. Matter of fact, the actual game clock is right at 3:02 instead of 3:16. So with that being said, it's going to be a quick one. So they're in kind of a jumbo set, looking to hand off to number 30 again. And I'm telling you, if he gets away, looks like he was brought down by number 68. I think that's Malachi. Maybe not. But it might be. You never know. I mean, somebody knows. It's just not me that knows. So with that, 4th down and about 12, I can't imagine them punting here. I would have to think that they're going to go for it. But, no, I think they are going to punt. They should be flagged there. Number 84 ran into the kicker, and that is a flag of running into the kicker, but I don't think they're going to call it. The ref didn't pull the flag out of his pocket. There was a really favorable bounce for the Jaguares and got them all the way down to the 13-yard line. Did they stop the clock? Nope. No, yeah, they did. 1:55. So why didn't they stop the clock after the in between the other stuff? And they just ran it. Odd. Well, with the change of possession here, brings up a first down for the Chargers deep in their own territory. And so not terrible, not great. Oh, it's good. Yeah, it's real good. So we've got first down, and I guess we're probably going to look for another home run ball because that seems to be what we've been doing here lately. But 37 in motion, we're handing him off the ball. He is going to get loose, and when I say loose, 77 is the only guy with a prayer to bring him down. And just like that, if we can hold our blocks and keep 5 from getting in, that is a 100. No, it ain't 100, but I mean that is a very significant. I mean we were about on the 13, so that's 87 yards. It's a big touchdown. So with that, they've got the clock at 1:01 and running, even though there's a point after. So we're going to add that touchdown to the score. That's going to make it 44-6. And we're going to go for 2 while the clock runs. Interesting. So there's a way to run a turbo clock, and I don't think they know the rules. Bad snap. Grant Clement tries to cradle it. He's got it under his hands like he was going to do something with it, but there was nothing that happened to it. And they're just going to continue to run the clock regardless of what's happening here. So I imagine this will probably be it for the half, which is interesting. They're going to have to switch sides. I don't think the refs have caught it, or if they have caught it, I don't think they care. So it's going to be interesting what happens here. I'm really curious because that clock is now over. And they just, I mean, that seems like that was what they wanted. So at the end of 3, the Jaguars have 6 scores. The Chargers have 44. So for those who are curious as how to say that in Spanish, just look it up in a Spanish dictionary. So with that, we switch sides and we kick off. This guy's been running the clock the entire time. That's wild. We've already clicked off 30 seconds before we even kicked off. So number 30 gets loose over there, looking pretty good. I mean, I'm already 20 seconds behind on the clock because he ran it. What a menace, this clock guy. That can't be the way that you're supposed to run it. I'm going to have words with him later. Probably words like, why'd you run the clock like that? Those kind of words. So I'd say we've got about another 8 minutes left of this. So it looks like we've got... Now we've still got 8th graders in there. I would have thought for sure we would have subbed in a few of the 7th graders in, but I don't think that that's what we've done. Low snap. Still gets the ball off. Number 6. Nice little stiff arm, but still trips him up. Number 13. I'm pretty sure number 13 is a 7th grader. I'm going to have to figure out how to get a lineup up here. Alright, here we go. Who was that? Number 17? Yeah, it was number 17, right? No, it was number 13 that brought him down. Number 13, Jake Johnson. And on that run, number 37, Aiden Lauder. So we are struggling to get even a play. Meanwhile, the clock is just ticking down.
Yeah, still going.
Oh yeah, they don't. They ran the clock before even the kickoff. They just literally started the clock right after the other deal. So that brings up second down in about 7. Number 30, bobbing and weaving, brought down by Grant Clement. Number 2.
Run up the middle by number 30, Jonathan McGee for a short gain. Brings up a 3rd and 3.
So they're taking out. They brought in number, can't tell, number 18. I think number 18 is a 7th grader. I'm going to keep saying that over and over. It is. It's Brody Greider getting in there. 83 bringing down the guy.
Quick hitter up the middle for number 19,
Caleb Casper.
Thomas McCartney for a 1st down.
And here comes Brant Stewart, big guy. Tapping out Casper.
Noah Jacks 1st and 10.
Looks like we've got
8-yard line.
Grant Clement coming out. I can't tell who came in. Looks like maybe number 23. We'll say it's number 24, Caleb Fallstorm. We got number 70 in there, Jack Collison. So we are getting some 7th graders in there. In on the tackle was number 6 and number 18, Brody Greider. Number 40, Owen Winterly. So we got a whole host of 7th graders in there on the line right now. It's a big center right there, number 50. You gotta zoom out more. Pass is complete to number 30 and is down by number 8.
Pass complete to number 30, Jonathan McGee for a short gain.
Number 8, Landon Hilburn. So we're down to just under 2.5 minutes. Looking to get a couple plays off. Handoff to number 30. Tackle. Looks like number 8, number 6, number 85 got in there.
30, Jonathan McGee.
Timeout. Let's see if they actually stop the clock. They do stop the clock for timeouts. Let's see how for long. But I think
33-yard line.
timeout was called by Coach Bob in Weave. So with 2 minutes and 5 seconds left in this game, Chargers are up 38-6. Looks like Coach is doing some substitutions, trying to get some guys in there. Haven't gotten much playing time today. When you get up 44-6, realistically you can get 44-6. How's it 38? We scored 6 on that last touchdown. Did they only give us 2?
I don't think they changed it at all.
No, they didn't. So so Coach Grundy with his famous "watch the ball" shout, talking to his D-line, hoping that they don't jump off sides and give them an advantage, thinking that there might be a hard count here. I kind of doubt the hard count's coming. I think these guys just want to get some yards. But maybe so. And off to number 6. It's bottled up by a whole host of Chargers.
Run to the right for a loss.
And that is
Holding. Jaguars.
holding. So they're probably going to decline that flag. Because otherwise you're...
Holding is declined.
It is. So in on that tackle. Right there, almost got to him, was Saxton Bodenhammer, number 11. So we're getting some 7th graders in on defense, which is good. Let's see what the offense can dial up here. Maybe a few more 7th graders. They're declining. They're going to accept the turnover on downs. And interesting turn of events here. They decided to go ahead and stop the clock for some reason. So with a minute 56, and the clock is back winding again. So with the minute 56 left, Chargers are in. Hand off to 88. And I'd say he's probably gone, if I had to guess. Number 77 might get to him, but I kind of doubt it. And just like that, Chargers score, but the clock still keeps running.
Run to the right for a touchdown. Number 22, Easton Gifford.
Was that 22 or 88? Zoom in on that, baby.
Sorry, check that. Number 88.
I was going to say, they said over the loudspeaker 22 Easton Gifford, which, I mean, I'd understand it, but actually it was number 88 Eli Freeman. So we're still running the clock. I can't imagine them getting one more kickoff in. Just completely brought down. Number 43, the ball carrier, gets brought down by number 19. 43 being Noah Kuntz, gets brought down by number 19, Thomas McCartney.
2-point conversion, no good.
So with that, it's 50-6. And they're just going to wind the clock down to nothing and probably not even kick. Or maybe they'll kick. Maybe they'll try and do it real fast. Who knows? There's no way to know. We've got 16 seconds left. We are down to 10 seconds. Yeah, I'd say we're probably not getting this kickoff off. They're just going to let her be. There it is. Just like that, the game is over. Final being 50. Chargers, Jaguars 6. And guys, that's it for this broadcast.